In this tutorial, we're going to learn about charts. Charts are not built into Flutter, so we have to get a package. We get those packages from pub.dartlang.org. Just search for charts. In this case, we're going to use charts_Flutter. It's built by the official Google Charts team. You can see an online gallery, and they have, of course, full source code out on GitHub. These are pretty powerful charts, and they integrate smoothly and seamlessly into Flutter. I think I just invented a word, smoothly. Anyways, you get the drift. Let's dive into the code, and the first thing we need to do is actually install this. So we're going to update our pubspec.yaml, get our dependencies. Once that's done, we've got some imports. We're going to be using the random package out of math, and we're going to use the charts_Flutter package as a variable called charts. Now, we need to actually start building out our app here. First thing we want is some sort of data container, if you will. So we're going to make a class. We're going to call this sales. And in here, we're going to say string year and int sales. So basically, we want to know the year and how many sales we had in that year. Now that we've got out of the way, we can start working on our state. We're going to make a list of sales, and let's call this our data. This is where things are going to get a little tricky. We want a list that uses another list, and because they're both templated, it gets a little weird. So we've got our chart series, and in here we want to say sales and string. So we're going to have our sales class and a string. If you're not used to that kind of syntax, that's a template within a template, I'd highly advise you go back to the Dart for intermediate and possibly Dart for advanced tutorials if that just looks completely crazy to you. So we're going to call this list chart data. Now we need a function, and we're just going to dynamically build that chart data rather than download it from somewhere. So we're going to say void make data. Hope if I can spell data. I'm having one of those kind of weeks where I just cannot spell anything. All right, so we're going to say data. There we go. And rather than typing all that out, I'm just going to grab this, and I'm going to say chart data equal new. There we go. So basically, we're building our two lists. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's go ahead and Control O, add our init state, and we're just going to call that make data. That way we know exactly what's going on with our state. So when this loads, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to go to our init state, which is going to call make data, and then we're going to run our code here. And this is where we're just generating our random data here. So we're getting the random out of the math class, and then we're just going to say for int I, and let's say 2010, and we want to go to, let's say 2019. Current year, just in case you're watching this in the future, is 2018. And then we're just going to add this to our data collection here. Data, add new sales. So we want our year, and then we want our random number here. So we're going to say RMD, next random, and let's give it a maximum of 1,000. We don't want anything too crazy in our chart data. Now that we've got our actual data, we need to put this into the chart series. chart series is just a list of bars that's going to go across the screen. So we got chart data, add new, and we're going to say new chart series. And as you can see, we've got some things we've got to add here. So let's break this down a little bit, make it a little easier to read. Let's add that. There we go. So our ID is just our chart ID. Wow, I misspelled sales twice. I should get an award for that. Okay, so let's actually go ahead and add in a color here. So our color function, let's go ahead and make a function. And we are just going to say my biggest gripe about the charts is that you can't really use a built-in Flutter color. You have to use their material palette, which ironically goes back to the Flutter colors. So we're going to say charts material palette.green, and we want the default shade. If you're wondering what this is, these underscores, that's just an anonymous variable. So we're just using that. That's one variable, and this is another variable. Because that function template takes 2 parameters, we're just saying we want to basically null variables. Now our data, this is going to be the data. And then we have our domain function and our measure function. These, of course, are going to be a little tricky as well. So for our domain, we're going to say the sales year. And for our measure, we're just going to pretty much copy and paste this. We want our sales. Just for giggles, let's also do the fill pattern. So here's our fill pattern function. And we want the charts dot fill pattern type, and let's just say solid initially. Let's do display name, and let's call this sales. Almost done. We need to go down here, and let's add this in here. Let's say sales data. Because we don't know how much room this is going to actually take, let's add it and expand it, and then add this as a child. And we're going to say new charts, and we want a bar chart. Let's give it our template here. We want it sales, and our series list is actually going to be our chart data. Let's save this, and let's run it. And sure enough, there's our graph. Now, because we're using random, every time we run this, it will have different data. So what exactly is going on here is a bit of a mystery until you really dive into the charts API. So let's review this super quick. We're using the random package out of math. We're using the charts package, of course. We have a class that we're just using as a data container. And then we have 2 lists. We have a list of our actual data, and then we have our series list. That's a bit of a mystery. Why do you need that series list? Well, that's because it's part of the charts API. That's the confusing part. If you add more than one, which you'll see in a future tutorial, you can actually have groups of series per element. It gets kind of complex. But right now, just kind of nod and blink and say, yep, I understand, even though you probably don't. Then we have our random, and then we're just generating some random data. And here is our actual chart series. We only have one series, which is right here. The single bar is a series. You can add more than one. That's called a group, and then each bar in the group would be a series. So each one of these is an individual data point. In here, we have an ID of sales. We have a color function, which is determining the color, just to show that we can change this. Let's say red. Notice how it didn't automatically update, so we got to rerun the whole app. Now it's suddenly red. Our data is our data. Our domain function is the sales year. So you can see the domain is across the bottom. There's our year, where our measure is across the left. We have a fill pattern of solid. We can actually change that as well. And let's just do forward hatch. Rerun this. And you can see it's now forward hatched. And the display name is sales. And then all we're really doing is we're just saying expanded and adding the new charts in there. Not too complex, but it's a little tricky if you don't fully understand what's going on. So really what charting is doing is taking a bunch of lists and putting them in a graphical format.